This is Jamie Plies, and I have Sifu here. This is Sifu's Corner, where we address your questions as well as your comments. So if you have any questions or comments for Sifu or Sifu Larry or Sifu Todd, make sure you let us know so we can get you on the next Sifu's Corner. So we have a gentleman, Victor, who emailed us, and he says, my question is, does Sifu know the difference between modified and the traditional forms of Wing Chun? And I'm curious to know what the differences are, because me being a newbie, for any of you that know, I've known, I guess I've been shocked at like how many differences there are inside of martial arts as a whole, and how many people are very, I guess, maybe one-sided, and it's almost like religion and politics, like there's, these wars that go on, and it kind of just blows my mind that there's so much of that goes on. So, take it away.
Well, traditionally, obviously, martial arts has always been about getting better. So it's not about, it doesn't matter traditional, really traditional modified is something Wing Chun said. And I gotten to learn that system, and I gotten to learn a few other systems of Wing Chun under me. And Wing Chun was the one who basically, from what my experience taught me, was he was the one who introduced what traditional modified. That he said that he was traditional under Yip Man, that he was taught the right Wing Chun, and everyone was the modified under Yip Man, because he didn't want to teach the true Wing Chun to anybody unless it was like his children or someone he wanted to pass it on to, which was Wing Chun, and everyone else learned the modified. So that's basically what it is. But honestly, it doesn't matter. It's all about the energy. Styles are styles, energy is energy. It's how you move in the end.
Right.
I always like to say, like, Yip Man was either crazy or he was a genius, because he's got tons of people under his lineage, and yet when you look at everybody under his lineage, you see 5 people with 5 different stone cows all under him. Or Chum Kul, you've seen people who are under Yip Man directly, and yet you see like 5 people with 5 different Chum Kuls.
Right.
Now why is that? Well, either he's crazy and he said, no, don't do it this way to one student, do it this way, and another one he said, do it this way, don't do it this way.
Maybe it's
and he was crazy. Plan. Or, which I think it's the latter, he was very smart and said, listen, it's about how your body moves in it.
Right.
It's about learning how to move with your body. Everybody's built differently. Somebody's tall, someone's short, someone's thicker, someone's small, someone's flexible, somebody's not. So he said, listen, this is where your body can move, so let's move it so it works best for you. And so when they did their Chum Kuls, maybe some people couldn't kick as high, so they were kicking more towards the shin, so some Chum Kul forms they kick to the shin. Some people can kick to the head, so that's fine too. So really, it's about really what your body can do in it. And a lot of people get too stuck up in this and that, and you gotta understand, what if your physical makeup doesn't allow it?
Well, doesn't that kind of go with the 5 animals with Shaolin? Depending on your body mechanics, you would probably tend to lean more towards one animal style than another.
Well, it's the same thing in Kung Fu. That's why there's so many different styles. Some people's make up best. If they're big, they do tiger. They're small, they do like crane or snake. Your personality, all that stuff makes a big difference. Your physical makeup, your personality, and your training too can make the difference. So I've seen big people who are like, I teach big people who can't put their elbows in there. So I don't force them to tell them to bring their elbow in, because they just physically can't, because they're so huge. So I teach them how to turn their hip to make up that lack of ability to cover the center by turning their body, so they can make up the center through the turning of the body. And that's what you have to do. You have to look at your student. You have to see what they can and cannot do. And some people are just physically impaired. They're not as flexible in the shoulders, they're not as flexible with the legs, and so you have to compensate, and you have to teach them how to do that. And our bodies naturally learn how to do that anyways. So traditionally modified, traditional, it's all garbage to me. It's all about the energy, because really when it comes down to it, it takes energy to drive something from this point to that point. How you do it, that's the difference.
Right.
And that's what we teach, how energy works in our body, how to break it down, and how to maximize that. So in the end, you can't defeat science. Science is science. There's no just proving what's factual. You can give me your opinion on it, but in the end, I always teach the science of it. There's no argument afterwards. For example, why is the horizontal punch different? Or why does Wing Chun choose a vertical punch over the horizontal punch? I hear people all the time say, oh, it's because it's faster, stronger. It's not just that. Anatomically, when you break it down, if you hold your fist like this and someone drives it in, you'll be able to withstand it. But when you do this, you're going to naturally fall backwards.
Right.
Why is that? It's because anatomically, when you turn your wrist, you're rotating your rotator cuffs off your body. It's no longer connected, so when you feel the pressure, it goes in your shoulders. But when you have it vertically, it's connected. Your shoulders sitting down, sitting with the body in the clavicle. So when you feel that pressure, it drives to the heel. So when you punch, you've got your whole body behind this fist. When you do this, You only have what you can
Right.
throw, and it has a breaking point, a chink in your shoulder. That's why people teach you to drive the shoulders forward, because it's going to collapse there, so they have to enforce that. And anatomically speaking, this is more superior just
Right,
for that
makes sense.
reason. And it's not because, oh, this is because Kung Fu. So there's Kung Fu styles punch like this. And I don't agree with it because of the anatomics, because of the way the energy works. It has nothing to do with style. I don't ever look at style. I look at the way people move their energy.
Right. And actually that goes back to something else. We had a person that thought no dek na is a style, and I explained to them it's not a style, it's something, it's
a
principle,
system
it's a
of
system
energy.
principle of energy and physics that can be applied to any style.
To any style, right.
Right.
You know, that's why we say don't let style define you. Let energy refine you. Bruce Lee always said, let no style be your style.
There you go.
Well, I like to say, let no style be your style. Okay?
Love
So,
That's awesome. So if you have any other questions for Sifu Fu or Sifu Larry or Sifu Todd, make sure that you comment below and comment on this. What do you think? Do you agree with Sifu? Do you not agree? You know, we open all your comments and we'll get back to you. And if you haven't gotten our free ebook and our video course, well, there'll be a link below this video. Make sure to get that, and we'll see you next week.